Have you ever noticed how cats can seem totally fearless? They walk with elegance, observe everything with laser focus, and carry themselves like they're always in control. But then, bam, something unexpected happens, and suddenly they're leaping into the air or bolting out of the room like their life depends on it. Despite their cool, silent hunter vibe, cats have their fears too. And the most interesting part? Some of those fears are pretty unusual. While a few are easy to spot, others might be affecting your cat without you even realizing it. In some cases, fear can be so intense that it leads to anxiety, stress, and even changes in your cat's personality or daily behavior. In today's video, you're going to discover the 7 things that scare cats the most, and trust me, a few of them will definitely surprise you. This is a great chance to better understand your feline friend and learn how to avoid situations that might make them feel unsafe or uncomfortable. Stick with us until the end and see if your cat has ever reacted to any of these. Water. Most cats are absolutely terrified of water. And it's not just a preference, it's a natural trait of the species. Unlike other animals, domestic cats evolved in dry environments where they rarely had to deal with large amounts of water. As a result, their instincts tell them to avoid it whenever possible. On top of that, a cat's fur isn't built to handle water well. When it gets wet, it becomes heavy and uncomfortable, making the cat feel vulnerable and exposed. Force baths are often one of the most stressful experiences a cat can go through. They'll try to escape, cry out loudly, and may even lash out in fear. Fortunately, cats are incredibly clean animals and in most cases don't need to be bathed. They groom themselves by licking. If you really do need to get your cat wet, like in cases of extreme dirt or for medical reasons, it's best to ease them into it gradually. Start with damp cloths before introducing actual water. It also helps to create a calm environment. Use a shallow basin, warm water, and handle your cat gently. Still, for most felines, any contact with water is something they'll do everything they can to avoid. Unstable heights. Even though cats are known for their amazing climbing and jumping skills, they don't always feel safe in high places. When a cat finds itself stuck somewhere it can't easily climb down from, it might panic or freeze, even if it's usually very agile. That's because, while cats do have a natural instinct to explore elevated spots, they also assess the risks before making a move. If the landing area is too small, slippery, or unstable, they might hesitate, or not jump at all. Falls from high places can be dangerous, especially in apartments or homes without safe landing surfaces. A lot of people believe in the 9 lives myth, but the truth is that even the most agile cats can get seriously hurt from a fall. To avoid accidents and unnecessary stress, it's important to make sure your home has safe spots for your cat to climb and descend easily, like accessible shelves or well-placed furniture. If you live in an apartment, installing window screens is essential to prevent unexpected falls. That way, your cat can enjoy climbing and exploring without putting itself at risk. Loud noises. Cats have incredibly sensitive hearing, so sensitive that they can pick up sounds we don't even notice. That's why loud, sudden noises can be absolutely terrifying for them. Things like fireworks, thunder, vacuum cleaners, hair dryers, or even a door slamming can trigger their survival instincts and send them running for cover. In the wild, a loud noise often signals danger, like a predator nearby. So even indoor cats react instinctively to these sounds. You might notice signs like flattened ears, dilated pupils, puffed up fur, or a crouched body as they dash to hide. To help a cat that's scared of loud noises, it's important to create a safe space where they can feel protected, like a cardboard box, a cozy hideout, or a high-up perch. Closing windows and doors can help muffle the noise, and playing soft music or white noise can make the environment feel calmer. When your cat is scared, don't try to pick them up or pull them out of hiding. It'll only make things worse. During fireworks or storms, some people use synthetic pheromones or desensitization techniques to help their cats get used to the sounds gradually. Understanding this fear and offering a safe, quiet space can make a big difference in helping your cat feel calm and secure. Travel and transportation. For most cats, leaving the house is a stressful experience. Unlike dogs, who often associate going out with fun, cats are territorial animals and feel safest in familiar surroundings. Car rides, vet visits, or even short trips in a carrier can be incredibly tense for them. The fear is often made worse by the motion of the vehicle, unfamiliar sounds, and the feeling of being confined. That's why many cats meow excessively, try to escape, or freeze up in fear. To make these situations less traumatic, it's essential to get your cat used to the carrier gradually. Instead of only bringing it out for vet visits, keep it accessible at home as a cozy space your cat can enter and exit freely. Adding toys, blankets, or treats inside helps create a positive association. During travel, keeping the environment calm is key. Speak to your cat in a soft voice and partially cover the carrier to reduce visual stimulation. If your cat shows signs of extreme stress, a vet may recommend additional strategies to make the experience less frightening. Strangers. Cats are territorial by nature and feel most secure when they know their environment and the people in it. The arrival of a stranger can feel threatening, especially if the cat doesn't know whether this new person is safe or not. That's why it's common for cats to run and hide when guests come over. Besides fear, this behavior is also tied to a cat's natural caution. They prefer to observe from a distance before deciding whether to approach. Some more social cats might slowly come closer to sniff the new person, while others will avoid any contact until they feel completely safe. To help your cat handle this situation, it's important to respect their space and timing. Forcing them to interact with a visitor can increase their anxiety and reinforce their fear. The best approach is to let the cat come out on their own terms. A helpful tip is to ask your guest to ignore the cat at first. No direct eye contact. No reaching out to pet them. Leaving a treat near the visitor can help create a positive association and encourage the cat to approach when they're ready. With patience and gradual exposure, many cats learn that new people aren't a threat and become more confident over time. Changes in the environment. Cats are creatures of habit and feel safest in a predictable environment. Any sudden change, like rearranging furniture, introducing new objects, or even redecorating, can make them anxious and uncomfortable. Bigger changes, like moving to a new home, are even more stressful. The cat loses all its familiar landmarks and has to adjust to an unfamiliar space. This can lead to behaviors like excessive meowing, loss of appetite, territorial marking, or hiding for long periods. To minimize the impact of change, it's important to introduce new things gradually. If you're rearranging furniture, give your cat time to explore the new setup at their own pace, using treats and toys to create positive associations. During a move, it's best to set up a safe room where your cat can adjust first before giving them access to the rest of the house. Keeping familiar items nearby, like their bed, blankets, and toys, helps provide comfort and a sense of security. Synthetic pheromones can also be useful in reducing stress and making the transition smoother. With patience and the right care, your cat will eventually adapt and regain their confidence in the new environment. Other animals. Fear of other animals, especially unfamiliar dogs or cats, is very common among felines. As natural solitary hunters, cats aren't used to living in large groups and often see other animals as potential threats to their space and resources. An energetic dog, for example, can be terrifying to a cat, especially if they've never had positive interactions with dogs before. Similarly, a new cat in the house might be seen as an intruder, leading to tension and even aggressive behavior. To avoid conflict and help your cat feel safe, introductions between animals should always be done gradually. If you're bringing a new cat home, it's best to keep them separated for the first few days, allowing them to get used to each other's scent before any face-to-face interaction. If your cat needs to live with a dog, make sure they have access to high places and escape routes so they never feel cornered. And never force interaction. This can increase fear and trigger defensive reactions. With patience and the right approach, many cats can learn to coexist peacefully with other animals, as long as they're given enough time to adjust. Now that you know the main things that can scare cats, It's much easier to understand how to make your feline feel safe and comfortable at home. Every cat is different, and identifying what triggers their fear is the first step in helping them cope. Whether it's loud noises, changes in the environment, or the presence of other animals, the key is to provide a calm, predictable space where your cat feels protected and at ease. And remember, patience is everything. Over time, you'll see your cat become more relaxed, confident, and happy. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content on how to improve your pet's life. And if you have any questions or want to share your own experience with your cat, drop a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.